Before we start the review, I want to go over some disclosures. Horl has provided the Horl products in this video for review purposes. They did not pay me to make this video. All opinions in this video are my own without outside influence or contracts. The Horl 2 is a rolling knife sharpener, a simple product to sharpen your kitchen knives. It takes away most of the skill you need to sharpen a knife by simplifying a lot while getting great results. Before we talk about the Horl 2 rolling knife sharpener, let's make it clear that the product is not for those who already know and achieve great results with hand sharpening. This product is for those who seek similar results without the time and knowledge required for a whetstone. The Horl 2 is a great tool to maintain your knife's sharpness. It is not a tool that can bring back the life of your knife if it has been abused for years or sharpened incorrectly. Such knives might have become too thick, resulting in a knife that loses its sharpness very quickly, no matter how you sharpen it with the Horl. This is because the Horl is not designed to thin out the knife, but only to maintain the knife's cutting edge. The results you get also vary depending on the steel quality of your knife. The original Horl instructions in the box were very simple, but I didn't like them. Horl suggests grinding and honing the same side before moving to the other side, which I disagree with, since that suggests that you know exactly how much you have ground away. The time it needs depends on the knife's condition according to Horl's instructions, which is a very confusing explanation for those who don't have prior knowledge of knife sharpening. Ironically, the important part has been missing from the instructions, which have been highlighted as tips on the Horl's website. Since I can't entirely agree with Horl's instructions, I will share what I think will yield better results for beginners. Let's start with the magnetic angle block. You have two options, a 15-degree angle or a 20-degree angle. For most kitchen knives, I suggest using the 15-degree angle for a sharper performance. Need a sturdier edge? Go for 20 degrees. If you see microchipping, then you know that the 15-degree edge is not strong enough for your purpose, and you should switch to 20 degrees for a sturdier edge. The standard Horl 2 comes with two abrasive sights pre-installed, a coarse and a fine honing sight. You can easily switch the abrasives by holding the rubber ring and then unscrewing the abrasives. When you screw the abrasives back on, make sure that they are tight and not loose. Before attaching the knife to the angle block, inspect your knife's cutting edge for any damage or dull areas. For knives of 20 centimeters or 8 inches or shorter, attach the magnetic block in the middle of the blade. If the knife is very narrow, ensure the cutting edge is fully exposed above the angle block. If the knife is too tall, you can use a cutting board to elevate the rolling sharpener. If you are sharpening for the first time, I recommend using the coarsest abrasive, which is the standard included diamond sight on the Horl 2. For some knives, the bolster or handle may come in contact with the abrasives, potentially scratching those parts. Therefore, I recommend that you be extra careful if you notice any of those parts touching the abrasives. To begin sharpening, roll from heel to tip using light pressure. Ensure that the blade makes contact with the abrasive with each forward and back roll. Count each forward and back roll that you make, as you will need to repeat the same number of passes on the opposite side. Keep rolling until you have raised a burr along the entire blade edge. A burr is the metal being flipped over to the other side, and you can feel it by running your finger up and away from the cutting edge. Inspect the entire edge, and once you have an even and consistent burr along the entire cutting edge, you can flip the knife and repeat the same number of passes, but this time from tip to heel. Flip the knife again and start honing on the honing side of the Horl roller. The goal here is not to form a burr, but to refine and clean up the edge by removing the burr and inconsistencies. I recommend starting with 15 passes. Flip the knife over and repeat with another 15 passes. Feel if there is any burr or inconsistency in the cutting edge on both sides. If you still feel some burr, but it's slightly less noticeable, lower the number of passes to 10 and repeat the same steps. Continue lowering and refining the edge until the burr is completely gone on both sides. The more you refine, the better the cutting edge will be. While I do recommend stropping on leather or newspaper with or without compound for optimal results, the Horl 2 does not include a strop with the standard kit. The final results without a strop were adequate, meaning the knife will be noticeably sharper than before. Satisfying for the non-knife enthusiast, and sharper than most factory edges on inexpensive knives. However, the sharpness achieved with the standard Horl 2 kit falls short on the sharpness of premium knife factory edges, leaving me wanting more in terms of sharpness as a knife enthusiast. It's important to note that this isn't the product's target audience. Horl offers additional products to enhance your sharpening experience, including the extra coarse diamond disc, the upgrade kit, and the Horl Kagami disc. The extra coarse diamond disc is perfect for first-time sharpening or repairing microchips. Its aggressive grit removes material quickly, making it ideal for addressing microchips or other small edge damages. For abrasives finer than the honing disc, I recommend repeating the same final step as on the honing disc. Add 10 passes on each side until there is no feelable burr on both sides. If a burr persists, reduce the number of passes on each side until the burr is eliminated before moving to a finer abrasive. The higher or finer the grit abrasives results in a smoother, less toothier sharpness. The upgrade kit includes 3000 and 6000 grit abrasive discs with an included leather strop. This upgrade set addresses the limitations of the standard Horl 2 kit. The 3000 grit alone significantly improves the results achievable with the standard kit. Meanwhile, the 6000 grit delivers a very satisfying sharpness that will meet the expectations of most knife enthusiasts. The addition of a strop, which is not included in the standard kit, provides a finishing touch to your sharpening session, further enhancing the blade's edge. The Kagami disc is an exceptional addition that will be highly valued by knife and sharpening enthusiasts alike. When used in combination with all other progression discs, it produces a mirror-like finish on the cutting edge. Using all the abrasive progression discs without skipping provides the following results and scratch patterns. The Kagami disc, as shown, delivers a mirror-like finish, resulting in the smoothest edge possible. For those looking for a more aggressive bite, stopping at a lower grit rated disc is recommended. The Horl 2 Rolling Knife Sharpener is an innovative and user-friendly tool that offers great results with minimal skill required. While it has some limitations, particularly for wider knives, knives with bolsters, and adjustments required for curved profiles and long knives, its ease of use and effective sharpening capabilities make it a convenient but expensive solution for maintaining kitchen knives. Given its high price point, it is an investment that requires careful consideration.